Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Natural Pace English.
Hello. Today we have a great story and a special study workbook for you.
First, relax and watch this video. Try to listen carefully to our words.
After the video finishes, download the workbook. You can find the link in the description below and in the pinned comment.
Use the workbook to test your English and answer the questions. There is also an answer sheet at the end.
Let's start today's story.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and happy podcast day.
Good morning. Welcome back to Natural Pace English.
I am Leah.
And I am Jim. And today we have a very special episode.
A very, very special episode.
Last month, Leah and I went on a trip.
A big trip. A long trip. We went to South Africa.
South Africa. We went on safari.
A safari is a trip to see wild animals in nature. In Africa.
We saw elephants, lions, leopards, zebras, giraffes.
So many animals. It was the most amazing trip of my life.
Me too. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Day 1.
Day 1 started very early. Very, very early. 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock. It was still dark outside.
We needed to be at the airport early. Our flight was at 7 in the morning.
So Jim called an Uber. Do you know Uber?
Uber is an app on your phone. You use it to call a car. The driver comes to your house.
Jim called the Uber from his house. The driver arrived in 10 minutes.
We put our bags in the car. Big bags. We had a lot of things for 5 days.
Jim had the biggest bag. I needed things. Many things. Okay. So the Uber drove us to the airport. It took about 40 minutes.
When we arrived at the airport, we went to check in.
Check in means you go to the desk at the airport. You show your passport. You give them your big bag. And they give you a boarding pass. The boarding pass is a small paper or card. It shows your seat on the plane. After check-in, we went through security. Security is where they check your bag. You walk through a scanner. Then we waited at the gate.
The gate is where you get on the plane. We had some coffee and breakfast at the airport. Then we got on the plane.
The flight was about 11 hours.
11 hours. A very long flight.
I watched 2 films. I ate the plane food. I slept for 3 hours.
I slept for 6 hours. I am a very good sleeper on planes.
Leah can sleep anywhere.
It is a skill. Okay, so after 11 hours, we landed in Johannesburg.
Johannesburg is a big city in South Africa. We call it Joburg.
When we landed, we collected our bags. Then we got a smaller plane.
A small plane to a smaller airport near the game reserve.
A game reserve is a very large, protected area of land. Wild animals live there freely.
The small plane landed on a small runway in the bush.
The bush, just trees and red earth and sky. No buildings, no city.
A man from the safari lodge was waiting for us. His name was Sifo.
Sifo drove us to the lodge in a big open vehicle, a game drive vehicle.
And on the way to the lodge, already we saw zebras.
Just standing by the road, like it was normal.
For them, it was normal. But for us, we could not believe it.
We arrived at the lodge in the late afternoon. It was beautiful. Wooden buildings, open air, the sound of birds everywhere.
We had dinner. We went to bed early because the next morning
was very early again.
Very early. Day 2. The morning game drive.
Day 2. We woke up at 5 in the morning. 5 o'clock. Still dark. But we were excited. We were not tired.
Too excited to be tired.
We had a quick coffee at the lodge. Then we got on the game drive vehicle.
The game drive vehicle is a big, open truck. There is no roof, no windows. You sit high up and you can see everything.
Our guide was Sifo. He is a ranger. A ranger is a person who knows the bush very well. He knows the animals. He knows where to find them.
Sifo was incredible. He saw things we could never see. He heard things we could not hear.
So we drove out into the bush. The sun was just starting to come up. Everything was pink and orange.
It was the most beautiful morning light I ever saw.
And the first animals we saw? Giraffes.
3 giraffes standing between the trees, eating leaves from the top of the trees.
A giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. It has a very long neck and very long legs.
They were so tall and so quiet. They just stood there and ate, very calm.
Sifo stopped the vehicle. We watched them for a few minutes. Nobody spoke.
You do not need to speak. You just watch and feel very small.
Yes, very small. Okay, we kept driving, and then we saw zebras again.
A whole herd of zebras, maybe 30 or 40 zebras.
A herd is a big group of animals. Zebras live in herds for safety.
Every zebra has different stripes, like a fingerprint. No two zebras are the same.
Sifo told us that. He knows so much.
After the zebras, we saw warthogs.
Warthogs. Do you know warthogs? They are pig-like animals. They have a large head and two big teeth called tusks.
They are a little ugly, but I love them.
They are not ugly. They are interesting.
Okay, interesting. The warthogs ran across the road in front of us, very fast, with their tails up in the air.
They always run with their tails straight up, like a little flag. It is very funny.
Very funny. And then Sifo stopped the vehicle. He was very still. He listened.
We were all quiet. We looked at Sifo. He pointed. There, in the long grass.
I looked. I could not see anything. Just grass.
And then I saw them. Ears. Big, round ears. In the grass.
Lions.
A pride of lions. A pride is a family group of lions. There were 2 adult females, 3 young lions, and 1 large male.
The male had a very large mane. A mane is the thick hair around a lion's head and neck.
He was lying in the grass. He looked at us. He did not move.
He was not afraid of us at all. We were nothing to him.
The female lions were walking slowly. They looked like they were hunting.
Sifo whispered. They hunted early this morning. They made a kill. Now they are full and resting.
We watched for about 20 minutes. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke loudly.
And then one of the young lions yawned. A big, wide yawn. You could see all its teeth.
Oh, those teeth.
Very big teeth.
We drove back to the lodge for breakfast. And I had the best breakfast of my life.
Everything tastes better after you see lions. Day 3 was different. We did not go on a game drive. No. Day 3 was a rest day. A slow day.
The lodge had a special place. A hide. A hide is a covered seating area. You sit inside it and watch animals outside.
This hide was right next to a water hole. A waterhole is a natural pool of water in the bush.
Animals come to the waterhole to drink. Every day. Many times a day.
Sifo said, "If you sit still and wait, the animals will come to you."
So that is what we did. We sat in the game drive vehicle next to the waterhole. We waited. We watched.
And the animals came.
First, impalas. An impala is a medium-sized antelope. It is brown with white on the belly. Very graceful.
A big herd of impalas came to drink. Maybe 50 animals. They drank quickly. They were nervous. They kept looking around.
Impalas are prey animals. That means other animals hunt and eat them. So they are always watching for danger.
After the impalas, elephants.
Oh, the elephants. Jim, tell them about the elephants.
A herd of elephants came to the waterhole. 8 elephants. 2 were very young, babies.
Baby elephants. They were so small, but still quite big, because elephants are so large.
The elephants drank and played in the water. They used their trunks to spray water on themselves.
A trunk is the long nose of an elephant. Elephants use their trunks for everything. To drink, to eat, to touch, to communicate.
The baby elephants stayed very close to their mothers, never far away.
One baby tried to drink with its trunk, but it was not very good yet. It kept splashing.
It was so funny and so sweet.
We sat at the water hole for 3 hours, and then a big group of buffaloes came.
Buffalo are large, black animals. They look like big cows, but much more dangerous.
Sifo said, "Buffalo are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. They are unpredictable."
Unpredictable means you do not know what they will do next. They can be calm and then suddenly not calm.
A herd of about 30 buffalo came to drink. They were very big, very heavy.
There were also birds on the backs of the buffalo. Little white birds called oxpeckers.
Oxpeckers eat insects from the skin of large animals. It helps the buffalo, and it feeds the bird. Both animals benefit.
We call that a symbiotic relationship, when 2 different animals help each other.
Day 3 was quiet, but it was one of my favorite days.
Mine too. Sometimes the best things happen when you just sit and wait.
Day 4. Our last game drive. A sunset drive.
A sunset drive starts in the afternoon. You drive as the sun goes down. The light is golden. It is very beautiful.
We got on the vehicle at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The air was warm. The sky was starting to turn orange.
Sifo drove us into the bush, and very quickly we saw rhinos.
2 white rhinos, a mother and her calf. A calf is a baby rhino.
Rhinos are very large animals. They have 1 or 2 horns on their nose. They look prehistoric, like animals from a very long time ago.
The mother rhino stood very close to her calf, always protecting.
White rhinos are endangered. That means there are not many left in the world. Seeing them was very special.
After the rhinos, we saw a family of elephants again. Different elephants from day 3.
A father, a mother, and a teenage elephant. A big teenager.
Ha! A teenage elephant. He was walking behind his parents, and he looked a little bored.
Very relatable.
Ha! And then we saw hippos in a muddy river.
Hippos are very large animals. They spend most of the day in water. Their skin burns in the sun, so the water keeps them cool. We could only see their heads and their ears above the water. Their eyes were looking at us. Sifo said, hippos are also very dangerous. They are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa.
They look slow, but they can run very fast.
We stayed in the vehicle at a safe distance.
And then it was getting darker. The sun was going down. Sifo stopped the vehicle on a small hill.
We all got out. We stood and watched the sunset over the bush. Sifo had drinks and snacks for us.
It was one of the most beautiful moments I ever experienced. The sky was red and orange and purple.
And it was completely silent. Just the sound of the bush at sunset.
And then we got back in the vehicle. It was almost dark now. Sifo turned on a spotlight.
A spotlight is a very strong light, like a torch. Sifo used it to look into the trees and the dark bush.
And that is when it happened.
Sifo stopped. He pointed the spotlight up into a large tree.
And there, lying on a thick branch, was a leopard.
A leopard, just lying on a branch, like it was a sofa.
She was beautiful, golden fur with black spots, called rosettes.
And next to her, a small cub, a baby leopard, curled up against its mother.
Oh, the cub.
The cub was so small. It was sleeping. Its little paws were folded under its body.
The mother leopard looked down at us. Her eyes reflected the light, like two bright lights in the dark.
Sifo whispered, "Leopards keep their cubs in trees. It is safe there. Lions and hyenas cannot reach them." We watched for a long time. Nobody moved. I forgot to breathe. Leah forgot to breathe.
I genuinely forgot. And then I remembered, and I took a very big breath.
We drove back to the lodge in the dark. Nobody spoke. We were all thinking about that leopard.
Some moments are too big for words.
Day 5. The last day. Time to go home.
I did not want to go home.
Neither did I. We woke up early. We packed our bags.
We had a last breakfast at the lodge. I ate everything, slowly, because I did not want it to end.
Sifo came to say goodbye. He drove us back to the small airport.
On the drive, we saw impalas again, and a lone giraffe on the horizon.
Horizon is where the land meets the sky, far away.
That lone giraffe, standing on the horizon in the morning light. I will never forget it.
We said goodbye to Sifo at the small airport. He shook our hands. He said, "Come back."
I said, I will. And I meant it.
We flew from the small airport to Johannesburg. Then we waited 3 hours. Then the long flight home.
11 hours again. But this time, I could not sleep.
Me neither. I just thought about everything we saw.
The giraffes in the morning light. The lion pride in the grass. The elephants at the water hole. The leopard and her cub in the tree.
The zebras, the warthogs, the rhinos, the hippos, the buffaloes.
So many animals. All wild. All free. All living their lives. When we landed back home, it felt strange. The city felt very loud, and very busy, and very gray.
I got an Uber home from the airport. I put my bag down. I sat on my sofa
And
and I looked at my photos for 2 hours.
me too. I looked at photos for the whole evening.
Africa does something to you. I do not have the right words for it.
It makes you feel very alive and also very humble. You are a very small thing in a very big world.
Yes, exactly that. Okay, so that was our safari. 5 days. in South Africa.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. We loved sharing it with you.
Now, a question for you. Have you ever been to Africa? Or where is your dream travel destination?
Write your answer in the comments. We read every single one.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. A new episode every podcast day.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you for listening to Natural Pace English.
See you on our next podcast day. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.